Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at setting up a drawing where we're going to be looking at these three orders of Greek column. Now to do that, we need our paper, our starting media, the pencil, and our tool, which we're going to be using today, the straight edge, or as it is more commonly known, the ruler. So with the ruler, we're going to be using this for a couple of different things today. We're going to be making some measurements. We're also going to be using it as a stencil, just to trace around the shape of it. But we'll start with the measurement. So when we measure with a ruler, a couple things to keep in mind. We will always be using the inches side. So that's the number, that's the side that goes 1 through 12. Not the other side that goes 1 through 30. That's centimeters. That's not what we want to be using. If you make your measurements with that, your drawing will not come out the way we want it to. So we're going to use the inches side, and what we want to do is at the top of our paper, we're going to line up our ruler with the very edge of the paper, and we're just going to put a little dot at 2 inches. Now when we do that, our dot doesn't go right above the number. There is a long line right beside the number. Move this up so you can see. There's a long line. See, there's our number, and there's the long line. Our dot goes beside that long line. So to make a line, which is what we're doing here, we have to measure 2 points because we want our line to be 2 inches from the top of our paper. When we come to the other side, line it up with the top edge, do the same thing, make a mark. So now that we have 2 marks, we can take our straight edge, lay it down so that it touches both of those marks, and we draw a line. Now we're going to come to the bottom of our page, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Line up our ruler with the top edge, make a mark for 2, go over here, make a mark for 2, and then line up our straight edge so that it touches both of our marks, both of our dots, like so. Alright, so that's the start. That's step 1. Once we get that done, now we're going to make some columns. So what we want to do is take our ruler, and here we're just going to use our ruler like a stencil. So we just want to make sure that it's straight, lined up with the bottom edge, and then we're going to go down this side, and then we're going to go down this side. All right, now if you want to, we can go ahead and we can add some of that fluting. That's that texture that these columns have. So you can use the straight edge for this, or you can freehand it. We don't need to go all the way to the top and bottom because we want to leave some room for our capitals to go up the top so that we can tell which kind of column we're looking at. But adding the fluting helps us keep clear what is column and what is background. So we do want to add the fluting onto the columns. I'm not going to take the time to do the fluting on all of my columns. And right there, I just did something that I shouldn't do. I reached over myself to draw a line. What I should have done was turned my paper so that I'm always drawing on the same side that I write with. Okay? So at this point, we're ready to make capitals. So we're going to start with our Doric column on the left. And who can describe that Doric capital to me? I'll give you a second. Yeah, that's right. It just looks like a rectangle. So notice that I'm going just kind of drawing over part of what I did here, and I can come back and erase out that part that I don't need. And then also at the bottom, now at the bottom of our columns, all of the bottom of our columns is all going to be the same. We're just going to make this kind of a half of an oval. All right. And after our Doric column, we can move on to our, you might remember what came next in the timeline? That's right, our Ionic column. Now the Ionic column can be tricky, but we're going to simplify it. We're going to make it easy. So we're going to put a line across, just like that. And then we're going to make a loop, a spiral. Make sure that you come back and touch the side of the column because we don't want it to be open like that. We want it to be touching. And then I'll add my part at the bottom, clean it out. And then my last column, the Corinthian column. This is the one that has all the leaves and flowers and stuff on it. So there's not really, you can design these leaves, flowers, these types of images however you want to. They do not have to be the same as mine. I'm just kind of very quickly throwing some together. And then of course we need to add the bottom of the column. And then I can come back and add my fluting, so that when we go to color these, we can very easily tell what is meant to be column and what is meant to be background. We will talk more about our background and our color in a separate demonstration. Good luck to you, everybody, and happy arting.